Hey guys, no, I don't do that. I don't do the intro. I forgot I did.
Hey guys, what up, Goose?
What's up, guys, and welcome to week 2 of our NFL podcast. Yet again, just an absolute crazy week in the NFL. Week 2 just finished up. We're recording here Monday night right after the Eagles and Vikings game ended, and we're going to be going over everything that happened in week 2, going over every game, just double-checking everything, our thoughts, stuff like that. We'll go over fantasy, and then we'll get into next week's stuff as we have been. We'll look at our next week's picks, and we'll also be looking at our individual player picks and see how those did this week. Without further ado, we're going to try to make these a little bit shorter, so we're just going to get into this week, which once again was just an absolutely crazy week in the NFL, starting out with Thursday Night Football, a close Chiefs and Chargers matchup. Justin Herbert gets injured towards the end of the game. Still, close game. Chiefs kind of had it for the most part. A little bit of a comeback, but no, too little, too late for the comeback. Chiefs win that game. Close divisional matchup. Thursday Night Football was a fun one. Just kind of a random note, I thought the broadcast was pretty good on Amazon.
I thought it was decent. I saw a bunch of people diss that broadcast. I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Big issue with that game was just Justin Herbert throws the pick six.
Yep.
It cost him the game because Everett wanted out.
Yep.
They didn't let him out.
Yep. I think he said something about injury rather than just being tired. He said everybody's playing through injuries. But
Either way, you got to get him out.
Same kind of thing there. Moving into Sunday. Sunday was an absolutely crazy day. Obviously, most of the games, we got a couple fun ones, starting out with the Jets-Browns. Just an unbelievable comeback from the Jets. A very long touchdown to Corey Davis, an onside kick, and the Browns and Brissett threw a pick after running for a first down towards the end of the game. So super close game there, but the Jets take that one. That was just
got to be smarter.
Yeah.
Chubb just has to sit down at the one, and they win the game. So just got to be smarter.
That's a good point. The one that we're going to touch on probably the most here is the Lions-Commanders, man. Obviously, Zach was at the game. If you watched last episode, you know that. We're Detroit Lions fans, and this was a delight to watch this week. The offense is cranking on all cylinders. A little bit scary in the second half. First half was impeccable, basically 22-0. I think 2 first downs total. Offense was just firing on all cylinders. Once again, second half was definitely a little bit shaky, especially the third quarter. Fourth quarter was, whenever the Commanders scored, the Lions answered with a touchdown and came back. So just unbelievable game. Lions are looking good. And what were your in-person thoughts from this game?
The offense looked very, very good. Amon St. Brown looked very good. And we had Swift on limited snap count as well.
He had only 5 carries.
Big game.
Obviously, he had one big carry. It looked like he thought he was going to score
50 yards.
but
and he made that really nice reception, too. Really good game from the offense.
Absolutely.
The third quarter was a little bit scary, but then they picked it up again. Lions look good. I think next week we're going to be in for a good matchup, Lions-Vikings.
Yep, absolutely. That's going to be an absolute heater. I got something to note. The Commanders, the weird 2-point, they went for 2 points when they were down by, they were down by
14, and they went for 2.
Yep.
I don't know why.
No, they were down by 15.
Never got that.
And it would have made it a 14-point game. But they went for 2, so it made it a 15-point game.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know why.
They scored and missed the extra point, so it put them in 2-point. Once again, I don't think they were coming back regardless, but still just...
Nope. Just weird game.
Very weird game, but go Lions. Next game we're talking about Bucs Saints. Just an absolute garbage defense showdown. 3-3 for most of the entire game.
Until the fourth, I believe.
Huh?
I think it was 3-3 until the fourth.
Yeah, it was. Just not much offense this whole game. Towards the end of the game, you get the Buccaneers get 1 touchdown, and then they get a pick 6. Saints kind of score, I think, was it 20-3 at one point, and then the Saints scored, I think?
Yeah, and then garbage touchdown to Mike Thomas. Just
We'll take it for fantasy, but yeah, so that, other than that, notable Mike Evans, Marshawn Lattimore, pretty funny. Evans is suspended for next week, something to take note of for sure. Giants-Panthers, we're not going to talk too much. It was a field goal bonanza. Both... The Giants are obviously looking okay this year, but
Panthers started the year 3-0 last year, too. You just never know.
Yeah,
but we'll see. They play the Cowboys this week.
Yep. Patriots-Steelers, another super close field goal showdown with not much going on. Another low-scoring game. Patriots take that one. Both teams 1-1. Once again, 2 not very good teams here in the AFC. And obviously, no T.J. Watt's going to make an impact there. But once again, it was more of a defensive game too. So that doesn't matter, I guess, too much. One that we might want to touch on a little bit is the Jags-Colts. I mean... What's going on with the Indianapolis Colts?
The AFC South sucks. Every team in that division sucks, I think. I just don't even know.
Yeah, Colts put up 0 points. Nothing's happening.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there with anybody in that division. Titans 0-2, Texans 0-1-1, Colts 0-2. I don't even know.
Yeah, no, it's bad. 24-0 the final in that game. Unbelievable. Another fantastic game here. The last of the early afternoon slot. Dolphins-Ravens. I don't even know how many points the Ravens were up by. I think it was like 21 points at one point. I'm not entirely sure.
I think so. I think it was 35 to. Oh, it might have been 35-7 at one point. I don't even know.
I don't think it was.
Or maybe it was 35-14. They shouldn't have been able to come back.
Yeah,
they just shouldn't have been able to get back in that game.
No. Into the fourth quarter, they were up by. They were up by 3 scores. So it was a 21-point game heading into the fourth quarter, and then Tyreek Hill and Tua took over. Just unbelievable. I don't know how you let that happen as if you're the Ravens. The Dolphins got something to be happy about. 2-0 start for the Dolphins. Just unbelievable showdown for Tua. Throwing those deep balls to Tyreek. End of the game, just crazy game for both teams. Absolute showdown. That's an exciting game for sure. 42-38, not a score you see very often. But moving into the afternoon slot, the late afternoon slot, which was also kind of a crazy afternoon slot. Rams up by, I think they were up 28-3.
Yeah, that was a little different. I think was just garbage time. They were trying to run the clock.
Yeah.
They were. That was garbage time. That game is not as close as the score says it was.
Yeah, pretty much. 31-27 final there. Rams get a win there. 49ers Seahawks is more of a defensive game. Trey Lance injured, breaks his ankle, surgery, out for the entire season. That Jimmy Garoppolo signing is looking fantastic for them right now. And they only allow I believe a pick 6. I don't think they allowed an offensive touchdown.
I don't think so. The rushing game was just. I think they had like 15 carries for 30 yards. Seattle did. So. Nobody was doing
anything.
By San
Absolute
Fran.
shutdown. 49ers looking like their normal 49ers defense. Offense obviously is 27 points against Seahawks. Are the Bengals any good this year? Bengals losing to the Cowboys 20-17, and not much for the entire game. And last minute field goal drive with Cooper Rush there. It's just, I don't know what's happening to the Bengals right now.
That offensive line still sucks.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're going to pick it up, but they don't look good right now.
They don't. Cowboys get a big win with Cooper Rush's first game. They're 2-0, I think, all time with Cooper Rush. So I guess that's something.
Yep.
Is Cooper Rush any good? We got Broncos-Texans, another awful low-scoring game. Russ, here's the thing. Now, I saw something that their yardage, I'm pretty sure they're leading the league in yards per drive, but they just have not been able to finish their drives after 2 weeks.
They punted from like the 38-yard line. They punted from the Texans' 38-yard line.
Rushing, they had over 100 yards. They had 120, 130. Passing 219. Like they had yards. Russ obviously not amazing.
It's Hackett. It's all Hackett.
It's got to be.
They punted. They had a 53-yard field goal try and they punted.
Yeah. When they almost made a 64.
He attempted a 64-yard. I don't know.
Yeah.
That coach stinks.
Sucks, but I mean that you get a win over the Texans there. Lucky to get a win over the Texans there, but you get a win over the Texans there. Another crazy game is the Raiders-Cardinals. Raiders up 20-0.
Yep. They let them back in that game. That was crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Overtime. I didn't watch this game.
Fumble 6.
Fumble. Was it a fumble 6?
Yeah. Fumble ran it all the way back to the house, like 60 yards to win the game.
Oh, wow.
Almost threw it out of the end zone before he crossed, too. They had to review it.
Damn.
And then Kyler Murray got slapped in the face.
He did get slapped in the face. That guy is facing potential charges. It looks on the replay that he tried to just hit his shoulder pad, but Murray didn't see it that way. Obviously, as his face was hit by a Cowboys fan or a Raiders fan, so I don't know, but crazy game there. Overtime win for the Cardinals, who looked not good in that first half. And then we have the Sunday night football game. Really not much to talk about here. Bears not looking good. Packers looking like the Packers. Yep. 27-10. I feel like the game was. I feel like that's even close for what the game felt like to me.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't. That was a blowout. Score doesn't say so, but that was a blowout.
It definitely was. And then Monday night, Bills and Titans tonight. Bills. I
told you last week that I said the Bills weren't going to have a close game until I see otherwise, and I think that's true.
I mean, now, granted, the Titans didn't look good week 1. They're 0-2 start, so not good for the AFC South. The Bills are looking like the Bills. They don't lose a game this year at this rate. They just don't.
They might be 17-0.
It's domination. The Diggs, obviously Gabe Davis out today, was going to be a huge game for Diggs no matter what. 3 touchdowns for Diggs today. Stupid connection from Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs. And then Monday night, actual official Monday Night Football, Eagles-Vikings tonight. Vikings after winning the first week. Not much of a showing here tonight. Eagles dominate, especially on defense. 3 interceptions. Justin Jefferson absolutely shut down by Darius Slay this week. I don't know if you have anything to say about that game.
That's
tonight,
another one. That score's much closer than the game was. The Eagles dominated that game.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna look, I kind of want to look at yardage from that. I mean, if you look, I know obviously a couple picks. Cousins was 27 for 46 for 221. They barely had any rushing. Dalvin Cook had 6 for 17. Madison 2 for 8. Cousins had the most rushing yards on the team, so that tells you 2 for 20. Receiving, it was kind of shared. Nobody had any big game. Jefferson 6 for 48. And then Eagles, Hurts threw for 333. 2 rushing touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. Fantastic game from the Eagles, firing on all cylinders. And that wraps up the week. So that crazy week once again. Some teams that are looking good that shouldn't, some teams that are not looking good that shouldn't, which leads us kind of into next week. But obviously before we go into that, we do want to look at fantasy just very quickly. Absolutely massive week for me. Big rebound week. Last week wasn't a bad week for me. I just got screwed. Zach, on the other hand, a little bit disappointing. So once again, this is our Dynasty League. Zach and I are in the same league here. And the big thing here is I put up the most points in the league this week, due to a Stephon Diggs performance. Therefore, I get $20 this week, so that's massive. I will show you my matchup, very easy matchup this week, as the other guy I played did not put up much of anything, and a lot of my players didn't do a ton, especially my running backs. Burrow, once again, not having an amazing quarterback game compared to some of the other quarterbacks in the league. Swift, with limited touches, scores a touchdown and a big run. We do have you get 2 points for a 40-yard plus play, so that's where I get some points there. Edmonds just hasn't been able to do anything yet. Diggs, obviously 3 touchdowns, 148 yards, 12 receptions. Insane. Amon-Ra St. Brown, absolutely crazy. 2 touchdowns, a 68-yard rush. Just unbelievable, Amon-Ra St. Brown. So those 2 obviously carried my win. Higbee, good tight end performance. Robbie Anderson barely does anything. I lose 3 points off of a fumble there. ETN doesn't do much of anything. Robinson steals that. And then Rams defense, I get a decent performance out of my defense there. On my bench, I had Lockett, who I could have played, but Lockett's kind of iffy. He's boom or bust. Knox, not too great. Eagles defense had a good game tonight. Obviously, the guy I played did not have much of anything to show. He had some good all-around performances. A lot of his guys put up some. Burkhead doesn't put up much. Cordero doesn't put up much. His defense puts up 0, and he doesn't have any big players. Zach, if you want to walk us through your unfortunate loss this week.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I haven't gotten 7 points out of a quarterback yet. Dak Prescott got me 5.8. Davis Mills, I don't even know. I think he got me 6 point something, 6.7. I don't know.
6.95.
Yeah, it was bad.
6.95 from Davis Mills.
I had to trade for Carson Wentz because I just don't even know what to do anymore. James Conner hurt. Devontae Adams has a terrible quarterback, I guess. Derek Carr kept missing him over and over again.
2 for 7.
Cooper Kupp looks good, at least. Dallas got a little bit bounce back. Montgomery a little bit of a bounce back, but the big hurt was the Bucs defense on my bench with 29 points. But
29-point defense.
I just need something out of a quarterback.
Yeah.
Even if I get a 30-point performance out of a quarterback, just one time I'm in that game. So I just need some quarterback to do something, and I'll be okay.
And, so big week for me. My other league, not so much. My other team sucks. I had the Bengals team, quote-unquote. That's what I call it, because I have a couple Bengals.
And the Bengals suck.
And Bengals suck this week. Alberto puts up 0 points. Devontae Parker puts up 0 points. Colts defense puts up 0 points. I put up 86, and just not a good week. My team is bad. I might be last in this league after this week. So I'm fine with the other league, though, because I have put the most money in this, and I get another $20. And, so big week for fantasy for me, not so much for Zach. Hoping for a bounce back week next week in fantasy. And now, real quick, we'll do our quick little recap of our fantasy players that we picked last week. You'll have a graphic on the screen. I don't know exactly what you had, but I had Rodgers, who put up 23.7. Jonathan Taylor didn't do anything, 7.3. Jefferson didn't do anything, 10.8. Kelsey, 10.1, not great. My defense put up 11 49ers for 62.9 points, I believe, if I did that math correctly. So really a bad week for me. You beat me. I know you didn't have a ton other than Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, 42.85 points. That was a big week. My pick last week that I made that was surprising, my tight end, Gerald Everett, outplayed Travis Kelsey. So that I'll take. Besides that, both of us had kind of weeks. So I still come out with a week 1 win, though. So I'm happy.
Yep. Well, week 2, but we didn't do week 1.
Same thing.
Yeah, same kind of thing. So those are those picks. And now we can get into next week. Next week is, obviously early in the season, for no matter what the team is, it's going to be a very big week for a lot of teams. A lot of teams that are 0-2 need that win right now. A lot of teams that are 1-1 need to get back on the right track. A lot of 2-0 teams need to show that they're actually 2-0 teams. So a lot on the line right now. We got some good matchups, and we're going to be going over our picks very quickly here. I honestly might make a couple adjustments while I'm doing this. May not be the worst idea or the best idea, I don't know. But starting us off on Thursday Night Football, we've got an AFC North matchup, Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Who do you have in this game?
Browns. Steelers suck.
I have the Steelers in this game.
Nope, Steelers suck.
Steelers have had some okay defense so far, some close games. So who knows? There's already a star for us. Next game, Houston at Chicago. Another garbage game. Just, oh my gosh. I have the Texans in this game.
Wow, I have the Bears.
Oh my goodness.
I think the Texans suck really bad.
Yeah. I don't know. That might be a really bad choice. Maybe I might even have to switch it before this video goes up. I'm not sure. That's true. I did say it. So I might have to take my L there, but anything can happen. Then we got Raiders at Titans. Titans looking for a bounce back. Raiders looking for a bounce back.
Nope, Titans aren't good. It's the Raiders. The Raiders look really good week 1.
Yep. Against the Chiefs, yeah. So, we both have Raiders there. Kansas City at Indianapolis. Indianapolis not looking good. Kansas City 2-0. We both have the Chiefs. Yep. Now the Dolphins 2-0 looking good. Divisional matchup. AFC East should be a good. Probably not. Won't be a good game. Bills. Obviously, you can't bet against the Bills right now. Bills haven't even had out of their 2 games haven't had a close game.
Bills blowout.
Lions at Vikings. This is an important game for both teams. AFC North is all knotted at 1-1 right now. Every team has something to prove right now. The tree for the AFC North right now is the Vikings destroy the Packers week 1. I think that's kind of out of the norm. Vikings just get destroyed by the Eagles, and the Lions are par to par with the Eagles. Big week for both teams. The Lions need something to prove. I'm sure you're picking Lions this week, right?
It's a big week. The Vikings need a bounce back week. But you know who needs to keep the momentum going is MCDC, the Detroit Lions!
Yes, sir. The Detroit Lions better win this week. It's a away game. It will be a good game. It's a very, very important game this weekend. Baltimore at New England. Ravens.
I got Ravens, yeah.
Yeah, New England does not look good. Big game for the Bengals at New York. I have the Bengals still.
Nope.
Jets. In this game, you have the Jets?
The
Jets? Oh, man. I have faith that the Bengals... There's no way. Actually, there is a way. There's definitely a way that the Bengals...
They just lost to the Cooper Rush Cowboys, so I just don't know anymore.
You're right.
I just don't know.
I'm giving them faith, hoping that they have a bounce-back game. I've got the Bengals in this game. Philly at the Commanders.
Philly's dominant
I've got
so
Philadelphia.
far.
Yep. Just a little tidbit of information here. I believe I have, so far on this list, I have every away team winning, which probably isn't a good idea.
Yeah,
that
won't work. That won't work,
it's gone.
But we'll see.
Next game is a New Orleans Saints at Carolina Panthers. Now, the Saints haven't put up a ton of points, but their defense has been locked down. I got the Saints in this game. I'm sure you do as well.
I do as well.
Next game, we got Jacksonville at Chargers. Now, it's obviously important to note that who knows what's going to happen with Herbert. They said he has a chance to play, but, I don't know. I have the Chargers in this game. I think depending on Herbert. So, what about
I don't
you?
think it matters either way. The Chargers are just way more of a talented team, even with McDaniel at quarterback. So, or whoever. I don't even know. Yeah, it's Chase McDaniel.
Chase Daniel.
I don't know. Either way, they're still a more talented team. I'll still take them.
You got them. So that's my first home win. LA at Arizona. This is definitely going to be a good game, I think. The Rams with, almost reversed comeback. They almost blew it, but garbage time. Arizona with the big comeback. Who do you have?
I got the Rams still. Rams, I think, are pretty good.
I got the Cardinals. I think the Rams are good too. I think the Cardinals will maybe carry some of that momentum. A home game. I got Cardinals in that game. Another garbage game. Falcons and Seahawks. Wow, this week is going to be a good week for it's a good week for good matchups and bad matchups too.
Yep.
I feel like it's not too many
There's no blowouts. The bad teams
team.
are playing the bad teams and the good teams are playing the good teams.
Yeah. Who you have?
I got Seahawks.
I got Falcons. Oh, we got a week this week. Oh my God!
I think Geno Smith is gonna take this one.
You're gonna take this one. I don't know. Falcons haven't looked good either.
Especially if they have Kyle Pitts blocking for 4 quarters again. So
that's true. It's a good point. Another showdown here: Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Oh my gosh! This week it's a good week. It's a really good week. I have Green Bay here. Tampa Bay hasn't been able to put up too much on offense. Obviously not going to have Mike Evans once again, so you're not going to have a ton more offense. Obviously their defense has looked good, but Green Bay's offense has looked good this week. So
Tampa's been sputtering on offense, and now no Mike Evans. I got Packers as well. And then Sunday Night Football should be good for 49ers and Broncos. Who do you have here? I got 49ers.
I got 49ers as well.
Yeah, the Broncos 49ers have a really good defense. The Broncos have been having trouble. So I just don't know.
So I need to see a big game from Russell Wilson to be able to have some more faith in picks like these and games like these. And then Monday night we got Dallas and New York. Almost another garbage game.
Yep.
What a Monday night showdown. What do you have?
And I think the Giants are this year's 3-0 fraud. I've got the Giants starting at 3-0, and they'll probably finish at 5-12 after starting 3-0.
Yep. I do have the Giants as well. So what were our differences? Falcons, Cardinal.
We got 5 differences.
5.
I got the Jets over the Bengals. I got the Bears over the Texans, and the Browns over the Steelers.
Yep. So 5 discrepancy week is a pivotal week. I'm down by 2 in the overall pick, so we will have to see what happens with that. And real quick, before we end off the video, we got to do our individual fantasy picks for this week. I kind of went, I don't know if I went bad or good. I just went for some different picks. I'm very curious to see what yours are. So once again, you guys will see these on the screen. We don't know what each other's picks are yet. Who's your quarterback this week?
I got Justin Herbert, assuming he plays.
Okay. I'll let you have a backup.
Yep.
I'll give you a backup if he doesn't play.
Backup, I'll just take Josh Allen again. But I want Herbert if he plays.
Okay. I'm going with the so far so good Lamar hype. I'm going to take Lamar Jackson, who's had some big weeks so far.
It's getting harder and harder to hate on Lamar.
Now, I have the Bengals this week, having a big game, so I'm taking Joe Mixon this week. Maybe an iffy pick, but running backs are spotty half the time anyway, so I got Joe Mixon. What about you?
I'm taking Saquon Barkley in Monday Night Football.
Okay.
I like the matchup there.
Yeah, that's valid. Who you got a receiver?
I've got Detroit Lion, Amon-Ra St. Brown at wide receiver.
I was thinking about it, but I went with the safe Cooper Kupp option.
Yeah, so, I was thinking I was going to go safe Cooper Kupp, but then I decided to go Boomer Bust.
I was between them. We were in the same two, Amon-Ra or Cooper. So,
do you bet on a bust or on a boom from Amon-Ra, or do you just take your free 30 from Cooper Kupp?
Yep, pretty much. Tight end. I have Pat Freiermuth, random tight end pick, but
I don't know. I've got Darren Waller against Tennessee.
Okay. All right. Defense. I pick Saints.
Defense is always such a crapshoot.
It is. It just is.
See, I don't know. The Panthers have been putting up a lot of points. I've got the team who's put up 20 points the entire season. Is the offense going against the Chiefs' defense? The Colts are putting up 0. It's going to be a shutout.
That could be huge. Saints have been not too bad at defense so far. Obviously, towards the end of the game, I don't know. But
you just need turnovers.
Defense is a crapshoot.
Who knows?
Yep, you need turnovers, extra points. You see what happens. Real quick, before we end this off, talking about defense and turnovers, I didn't get a quick look at it. I just want to read off what the Bucs defense had this week for
No,
points.
you don't have. You don't have to. They're sitting on my bench.
So they got 4 points because they allowed 7 to 13 points. They had 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. They had a pick 6, 3 interceptions, and 6 sacks.
Yep. On my bench,
That's what
29
happens.
points.
you're not going to get many points from your point,
No.
like how many points against. You need the turnovers, so it's a crapshoot. And that wraps up this week. I'm really excited for this week. Like I said, some big matchups and some really bad matchups, but good matchups.
They're
all
good matchups, just not necessarily good teams.
Yep. So a lot of, once again, prove it weeks for a lot of these teams. And I'm excited to see what happens. Very excited for our Lions to see if they're legit NFC North contenders this year. Potentially looking like it right now. Packers obviously should be. Other than the Bears, I think anybody could take that, right? All three of those teams have something to prove right now. So super excited to see what happens with that. Super excited to see what happens for week 3 of the NFL. And we will be back here next Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching this podcast. A little bit shorter. I think I like this. We're around 30-minute mark right now. So I think we're going to try to keep it on the shorter end, talk a little bit less about some of the stuff, get you going on your day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.